These are a series of lectures about the cult and occult practices where I review important topics for every initiate. Occult is mainstreaming right now. Individuals lost their connection to their true self, and in order to gain the power they want, they go into occult practices. To become initiate or to become true self requires time and inner practice, which is exhausting. People love easy ways and they tend to fall into traps of dark side of our reality. Sacrifice is all about energy exchange. There are different types of sacrifices. Natural sacrifice. When an individual wants to become better self, they sacrifice their ego, their habits that no longer serve them. They go through tough discipline that changes them to the core. They face their own demons in order to release or take them under control. Removing external layers from yourself is sacrifice. Layers that no longer serve and bring only damage. Others who don't want to change their self, they externalize this sacrifice. They take others' life force and use it for their own good. When you go through changes naturally, the layers you remove have energy and you exchange that to the new one. You go through Rune Gano phase. People who want power but do not seek transformation, they are searching for the fastest way. Moreover, they are far from spirituality, which means they do not see the energy and they cannot predict the energy movement. They need physical confirmation. They need to touch it physically or do physical activity, like taking life and giving to forces in exchange for information, power, magnetism, or love of others who stand above. When did it start? Long ago, when humans started to feel nature, they started to feel spiritual impulse inside their human bodies. They wanted to express it somehow and they created practices. To the particular forces, they gave names. But people are different and wired differently. While some have natural ability or wisdom and ability to sense the right way, others are drawn into ego. Ego always requires speed. Ego wants here and now. Ego knows only I. Ego doesn't want to change or die. And here comes the dark sacrifice ceremonies. It's not something modern. It started back then in ancient times when human felt an impulse of divine. The initiated occult practitioner should go through natural, organic sacrifices in order to have prepared mind. But they should know and have skills of true dark arts. The one is full that follows only one way. The universe is vast, and occultists should have the skills and practice everything they are able to. Occultists should go down into dark side of their soul and mind, go through many different crises to find themselves. And only when they heal, they go and experience dark art, not for power, but for knowledge. And this again will lead to darkness, and initiate have to find the way to the light. And they become true magician. The way of a true practitioner is full of dark and light forces that are united and become superpower. What is dark sacrifice? As mentioned before, it is the action of using external life force to gain something for thyself. What happens when you do such sacrifice? You invite into your energy field the lower astral beings called lavrae. Lavraes are different with different forms, but they are parasites. The lavrae stick into your first three chakras where it starts feeding from you. Lavrae can be worse than any demon. What it does, it gives energy to you. You start to feel that power, the satisfaction of the result. You want more and you do more sacrifices. The thing is that Lavray will be getting both your energy and the energy of the sacrifice. It will become larger and bigger until it sucks all of the life force from you. If you stop, it will ruin your life. That's why there are practices of Lavray revoking. But if they are already big enough, they won't leave you. And when you cross to the other world, they just move as disease to your descendants and they will have to struggle with it. The theme about love rays are very deep and require a separate lecture. Now, the dark sacrifice is not only giving someone else's energy in exchange, but also using your body parts as the sacrifice. Some religions, even today, practice giving their body parts in order to be part of the egregore or to be visible to the leader of the egregore, that we call God. The thing is that only lower astral beings require such sacrifices. We should always remember that. Higher beings require offerings and organic exchange of energy. There is difference between sacrifice and offerings. Sacrifice is exchange the life force, offering is exchange of the pure energy without removing the life force. Dark sacrifice is like credit that you always have to return to a creditor. Why dark sacrifices are dangerous. I already explained what will happen to the individual if they want to be involved into dark sacrifice. But also, this is bad for humans in general, as lower force and portals are opened and they will be feeding from everything artificial, making human life less spiritual and more physical, in order to have the access to humans and in order to control the planet Earth, making it more mechanical and less emotional. Remember, Dark Forest realm is closer to our physical. They will do everything tempting humanity in order for humans to remain into physical world without spirituality, as they are losing power when they face high vibration and they are losing control. Nothing is as beautiful and as tasty as the energy of human being. That's why lower and higher beings are fighting for us. The difference between them is only their intentions. That's why, as humans, we need to perfectly merge physical and spiritual and have initiated mind. We have to be independent.